Superheroes, welcome back for another video. Today we are going to be talking a little bit about the Superman screening that has been going around, right? So there are some people that have been saying that it was amazing, and then there have been some people that have been saying that it was horrible. So we can't really tell until we see it ourselves, or at least it becomes official out there, right? But today we are going to be watching a movie by Comic Book Cast 2 where David Corenswet is talking about that he may not even return as Superman. Now, I'll go ahead and hold back my opinions until the end of the video and see what this is all about, because I do see this is a common opinion among, that cult, the Snyder cult. Even though James Gunn posted a picture showing that, hey, me and Zack Snyder are great friends. They've always been saying that. They work in the past together, and they may even be working in the future together. So it's kind of nonsense to me, but I'll give my full thoughts at the end. Let's go ahead and give this video a shot. Yeah, let's go.
So what exactly does the future hold for our next and upcoming Superman? Well, according to David himself,
depends on this.
He's not sure. He's actually not sure if he will be back to play Superman, or even if there is a future.
Okay, that's like a dead giveaway with anything, including the MCU, because if Doomsday or any of those fail, I mean, they tried that with Kang, right? Once they went ahead and realized that it won't work, they had to change it up. So, of course, everything is riding on the Superman, and if it fails, which I highly doubt it would, then of course, the rest of the plans have to be scrapped. Or at least at the very least, like, have to be considered, right? Like, Warner Brothers is going to have to consider, okay, is it worth pouring more money into this? Give this another shot or whatever. But
a lot of people have taken this out of context, and they're already saying that the film is a failure and there's no sequel and no DCU because,
some people, specifically the Snyder cult, that has just been bullying not even just David, but James Gunn and anybody that actually enjoys their videos, right? Or their movies or anything like that. Or even I sometimes get flack for having so much faith in the Superman movie. And people like, I'm going to name drop again because I truly believe it, Tyrone Magnus and all those other guys that have just been hating on every single video, every single fact that's been coming about the movie. Those are the people that are kind of the driving for the loud voices, right?
Drifting.
All right.
So let me read you some wise words.
That's like straight out of the comic.
The future's not set. There's no fate but what we make for ourselves. End quote.
Yes.
This is, of course, a famous quote by Sarah Connor from Terminator 2. Now, I know some people are uncultured and have never seen Terminator 2, and you need to fix that ASAP, but
I agree. You need to watch that ASAP.
That quote is really truth. You don't know what the future is. We write our own future. And
look at that shot, man. That's like straight out of the comics. So this is what I think Superman has been missing. As good as Man of Steel was, it was not Superman, not like this. No.
The future is never certain. And the reason I say this is because David was recently part of an interview with Esquire Espanol, Spanish version. So he was talking, and the interview had to be translated, which CBR had the courtesy to do this. And well,
I'm going to say some things can be lost in the translation as well.
And he said he's not sure. He's not sure if there's a Superman 2. He's not sure how the franchise is going to do. And not even James Gunn really knows. He says you can ask James Gunn, but I'm not sure if he's going to have an answer. We don't know if we're going to make a sequel. Now, the grifters have taken this and ran with it to the point where WB's disappointed, that screenings are bad, this is bad, that's bad.
I don't believe any of that.
WB's canceling, whatever. Guys, let's backtrack a bit. Where's Man of Steel 2? I asked
exactly.
Tell me where Man of Steel 2 is. Do you know why we don't have Man of Steel 2?
Oh, we got Batman versus Superman.
You know, but I'm going to tell you why anyway. But I'll give you a second to process this. because Man of Steel was a failure. It
Yes.
didn't work with the critic.
Come to the facts, Snyder fans. I enjoyed Man of Steel for what it was. I enjoyed the Snyderverse for what it was. And I have to say this in every video. Go back to my reviews. I praised it. And it's because I saw it for what it was. Was it anything comic book like? No. But was it terrible? No. It was Snyder's unique vision. And unfortunately, even if people like me and you liked it, the general audience, it was a flop. It really was. I mean, especially when you consider the rest of the DC movies. I mean, the only ones that made the only ones that made money were, I guess you can say, Man of Steel, and then Wonder Woman, and then Aquaman, right? So, but Aquaman was obviously the highest grossing one because it was the most fun. So critically it did okay, what the general audience did it okay, because guess what? It wasn't some depressed superhero bringing your mood down. Whereas Man of Steel, even if it was a good or bad movie, whatever your opinion is, you cannot get away from the fact that it was a critical failure and it was a failure among the general audience. There were no legs to go ahead and keep those types of movies going.
It didn't deliver the 900 million that WB expected, and their high expectations were 1.2 billion. And then Batman v Superman had a $2 billion expectation. It made 800 million. And Justice League,
the only thing that movie made was Martha! Famous.
flopped. There was no Man of Steel 2 because the future is not set. It's uncertain. Superman could come out, make 400 million, and it's a failure. It's done. There's no sequel. There's no future.
And that's the truth that the other side, the ones that are just hardcore, look, I'm a big Superman fan. But even I know that, hey, if a movie is not, no matter how much I as a Superman fan will like it, if the general audience is not the one enjoying it, it has no future. So, got to come to that reality some type of way or another.
Sure. Or it could come out, make 750 million. Most people are saying this film is a guaranteed $1 billion hit. If it hits $1 billion, you better believe we're getting sequels.
Yeah.
But right now, the future is uncertain, and that's what he's saying. Thank you for checking out that video.
All right, let me go ahead and get back to this. All right. So now my thoughts about this entire report is David CORENSWET saying, I'm not going to be back. Well, he never said that. You people are saying that. He's just saying that, hey, we don't know how good this movie is going to be. We can't presume anything. It's generally left into the hands of the audience and the fans. And even though there are some loud voices that are saying, oh, this movie's going to be terrible. Look at that suit. Oh my God, it's all so bad. Snyder this, Snyder that. Well, reality check is nobody cares about you. And it's all about the general audience. If the general audience decides this movie is great, which I personally believe it will be, because think about, this movie isn't just for the younger fans. There are people our age, there are people our parents' ages, and even in some cases, grandparents' ages. Well, Superman is just known forever, right? So even if, let's just say, there's not general interest, even though it's like the most viewed trailer so far, right? Especially in Warner Brothers history. Even if you want to say there's really not a lot of hype for it, there's more criticism for it. Again, I'm just gonna say the silent majority is the general audience. Those are the people that are gonna say, okay, what movie's out in theater today? Oh, there's Superman. Okay, let's go ahead and go watch that with our kids, with our grandkids, with our spouses. It's just a perfect family movie because it's Superman. He's a safe character. You know what to go with that, right? So, and I think a lot of those people walked into Man of Steel expecting that, and then they were like, Superman just killed someone? Oh my god, Superman is destroying the city that he's trying to save? Why is he not smiling? Why is he always just crying, right? So, Why is Jonathan Kent making the dumbest decision of his life and letting Clark live with the guilt of not being able to save him, right? So, dumb decisions, dumb decisions. And I don't think James Gunn is one of those people to make it. He's more of comic book guy, which is kind of what you need when it comes to characters like Superman. So that's why I'm excited. Now, could this movie be a flop? Sure. I can't tell you. I haven't seen the movie. But for the people that have been saying that the testing has been terrible, that's why they're doing a reshoot, just know that even the greatest movies have reshoots. Maybe there's an idea where the director says, oh my god, you know what would make the scene better? Let's do this. And yes, sometimes there's a scene that didn't come out as good as a director had in their head. So they're like, okay, you know what? The audience thinks this is better, so let's go ahead and do with this, right? So I don't understand where people are coming with their conclusions. All I know is I'm hyped. Everyone I know is hyped. And I know you guys are hyped. That's why you guys are watching this. So, whatever your thoughts are on what David Cornsweet said in that article, however you interpret it, are you looking forward to it? What did you think about Comic Book Cast 2's video on this? Whatever your thoughts are, leave it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that post notification bell, so you know every time we're uploading a new video. But until then, remember guys, stop the hate, spread the love, and I hope you guys have a great one.